Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and this is our next victim. My main channel is actually a game channel where I do Let's Plays and game reviews. And this, of course, being a rant channel for when I come across absolute morons. And here we have a moron named Colteastwood who seemed to think consoles are so much better than PCs, but yeah, let's just let's do his count now.
Hey, it's time for Cole's video. Don't take it personal, you pansies.
How is a $400 pre-made console better than a beastly tower filled with $500 to $5,000 worth of hardware and microchip
It's
goodies?
not.
I wasted a bunch of energy arguing why PC gaming was too expensive
It's
and why
not.
I preferred console gaming.
Now, mind you, you can get a $400 PC that is equal to the console and will play pretty much any game you want.
I already established that PC gaming is double the cost of console gaming.
No,
Whether
it's
you
not.
build a cheap rig and upgrade it or build a long-term machine. So I decided to cut off the ugly, fat, nerdy head of the PCMR beast and show you
The nerdy PCMR beast. Okay, so you're going to cut off the head of the nerdy master race PC. Sure thing.
why console gaming is superior to pansy bit rating
Pansy bit rating.
soldery PC gaming.
Whoa. Rewind.
Superior to pansy bit rating soldery PC gaming.
Soldery PC. What the hell is soldery PC?
A console
gaming?
comes in one box and can be set up in about 10 minutes and is supported by auto updates in one place. No compatibility issues like the PC.
Okay, hang on. Let's go back to here.
Box and can be set up in about 10 minutes.
You can go to Walmart right now, buy a computer that is complete in a box that takes about 10 minutes to set up once you get it home. More so, you can go buy a laptop that takes how long did it take to take something out of the box and plug it into a wall? You don't have to hook it up to the TV or anything else. And you can buy a pre-made custom that comes to your door in a box and takes you about 10 minutes to set up. And then you have the home-built rig, depending on how anal you are about cable routing. Can take anywhere between 2 to 8 hours to set up at most. What, you can't wait a couple extra hours?
And is supported by auto updates in one place. No compatibility issues.
I don't have any compatibility with issues with my games because, like many console, I don't buy games that aren't compatible with my system. That would be like having an Xbox and buying a PlayStation game and expecting it to work. As far as auto updates, most of the games I play automatically update. And some games update weekly.
Like the PC peasants who will bother with trying to use free OSs like Linux.
Because Linux is a really good system. I personally use Windows 10. When I set my servers up, one or two of those will be ran on Linux. But so what's the big deal with the cost of the operating system?
PC gaming is all about the games, but mainstream AAA games are being developed for consoles and ported to PC.
Yes, and you also have games that are made for PC imported to consoles.
And these ports are delayed, broken, or not gonna happen.
And it happens the other way around. There are some games that are come out for the PC or the consoles that are extremely broken.
Consoles have the games that gamers want.
Not really, because most shy of a couple games, I have no need for a console. And matter of fact, I'm willing to say screw playing those games because they're not on PC.
exclusives like Uncharted, Red Dead Redemption, The Last of Us, and Forza, just to name a few.
Seriously, Forza would be one that I would almost consider getting a console for. The new Mario map maker game, I would almost consider getting a Wii for, or the new whatever, because I have a Wii, and I have two Xbox 360s, which are mainly for the kids / internet hubs for the two TVs. And yeah, you're nothing exclusive there, buddy. There's plenty of games that come out on PC that don't come out on anything else.
On consoles, all of your games are in one place with one flick of the control.
90% of my games are all in one place with one click.
Controller. You're not clicking around to different places to connect to your games.
How many places do you gotta
social
click?
features. On PC,
Seriously, how many places do you gotta click? You start up your computer, you open up Steam, then when you want to go play a game, you click on it down in your hotbar. You know, this thing right here, this hotbar, look, there's Steam. One click, my Steam comes up, I pick the game and play. Boom, done.
you've got to go to your desktop icon, Steam,
Oh, and as far as desktop icon, ooh, look at that. Look at all these games on my desktop icon. Oh, there. Ooh.
Battle.net, EA Origin, Uplay, or GOG Galaxy, just to access your entire...
Yes, I have to go to more than one game service, but depending on what games I want to play, most of them are going to be on Steam, as with most people. Sometimes I'll grab a game that's not on either, and I'll have to go get this thing called a CD. I know that's ancient technology for some of you.
entire library. Some games can be moved over to one place like Steam, but why should you have to
Yes, because like buying games on Humble Bundle, move them over to Steam.
install 5 different programs just to buy or access a game? And that reminds me of the social feature. It's all disjointed on PC. On consoles, we're connected to all of our friends and their activity and progress in all of our games. We are connected.
Guess what? On PC, same thing, especially with, once again, Steam. I can see my friends' progress, see how long they played a game, what their levels are. All that can be done on Steam and via other game service. And you know what? As far as communications, well, maybe I don't want to communicate across the game. Maybe I want to have a private chat with somebody that's on my team. So I can use Skype, I can use TeamSpeak, and the multitude of others. And they also allow us to share files and other things when we're not playing the game.
With one chat hub without using some third-party program or different TeamSpeak app across different games, or having to use Skype just to party up with someone in a game. On console, you can chat with someone during a game right there from the controller without minimizing to fumble with the desktop.
I have a SteelSeries rival. It is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 button mouse, and I use button number 4 as a push to talk, so I don't have to fumble with the keyboard. And that is any speech program that I prefer to use. I can set that up on.
An argument that I get a lot when PC gamers realize they can't beat a $400 console is the cost of Xbox Live or PS Plus.
You peasants have to pay for multiplayer access. That's $60 a year.
That's an easy one to combat. And actually, I can quite simply turn a $400 console into a free gaming machine. Let me explain. You pay for a year of
Please do explain.
Xbox Live or PS Plus, and that costs you $60 a year. Now let's span that cost over the life cycle of these current gen consoles at 6 years. That costs you $360 to access multiplayer gaming for the time you own your console. But they give you 48 games per year through the monthly program, which means you'll add about 288 games to your library for that 6 years.
shoot, I need to go check my Xbox Live then, and apparently I have a lot of free games I didn't know about.
years. The games are priced at their current marketplace value and are about $50 worth of games per month, times 72
Yeah, they give you a game. It's not the same price as the date it was released, moron.
months for the console lifecycle, and you can see that you get $3,600 for the $360 you spent to access internet gaming.
But Colt,
Yeah, but Cole, you can lose those games when you stop the subscription.
no one likes those free games.
Not to mention you lose all internet access once you stop it. Well, except for PlayStation, I think you actually keep some limited internet access on it.
Even you have made videos making fun of the selection of free games you get.
But here's the best part. Out of those 48 games you get for every free year, you only need to like or want about 8 of them to cover the cost.
Yeah, so what? GOG and other game stores do offer free games. I've got free games on GOG and 1 or 2 other places. So your point is?
Cost of your $60 access fee.
Oh, and I'm not paying
Another
a
thing
cent.
that consoles have over PCs is the freedom to buy, sell, loan, borrow.
Okay, we may not be able to sell or loan our games. So what? Yes, that is a limitation. It'd be nice to be able to sell a game, but that's neither here nor there, because you do have services like Humble Bundle where you can buy games at a fraction of the cost.
And trade games. Now, I know Steam has incredible sales on old washed up games, and you can use shady Steam code sites, and on PC you can steal all your games. But I can buy a game day one for $60, play through it and sell it for $45 to $50.
If you're lucky. Most of the time when you trade it in, you're lucky to get $25, $30, if that, in store credit.
PC gamers can get games for $15 to $20, but they have to wait until the game is stalled out for a year or two. Games on console look better as the console ages with no upgrades. Now this is the opposite for PCs. A good example is to look at Halo 3, a near launch title for the 360, and compare it to Halo 4. As games become more advanced, PC gamers have to lower their settings as their machine ages beyond the newest advancements in game design.
No, PCs do not need to lower their settings. Most games at launch or near launch don't even begin to push the limits of the console. And as new software iterations and better procedures for optimizing come about, they can make the games look better.
All so they could boast 60 frames per second on a 20-inch monitor.
Yeah, the monitor size does not matter. As a matter of fact, the bigger the monitor gets, say TV, the worse it looks. Because guess what? 1280p is 1280p. It's the same resolution no matter how big the monitor is. So the bigger the monitor, the bigger the pixel.
The truth is, a lot of console games, even last gen, were 60 frames per second. Most PC gamers are bragging about frame rates and resolution that is
Yes, a lot. No matter the screen size, it's not gonna screw with your frame rate for the most part. Because again, 1080p on a small monitor is the same as 1080p on a fucking TV, you inbred retard.
squished down to a screen 2.5 times smaller than most console gamers' TVs.
Oh, wow, you play on a 40 or 50 inch. Well, I just upgraded to 21 inch monitors. Hey, we can take the one Nerdgasm. He plays PC games on 3 40 plus inch monitors. Beat that, pansy boy.
That's about as idiotic as bragging about the resolution on your phone being better than a gamer's computer monitor.
Yeah, you just said it yourself. That phone at 1080p is going to have a better looking picture than your 54-inch TV at 1080p.
Plus, why game at a computer desk, especially if you've worked on one all day?
Because you don't have to, even with a computer, you moron.
Console gamers like to kick back on the couch with a wireless controller, a big TV, and their surround sound. A wireless controller trumps the accuracy argument of...
Okay, hang on. Let's pull up Google here. W-I-R-L-E. Wireless. Rumble. Ooh, look. Wireless Rumble mouse. They have, you can make your own. You can get wireless controllers for your PC. Bluetooth controllers.
About mouse and keyboard. When a shooter is so...
You can use a controller or a mouse and keyboard, and no, your controller is nowhere nearly as accurate as a mouse. And yeah, you pansy, you gotta use auto aim, you little cock muncher.
much more fun with triggers and rumble.
Not really. The trigger itself does not add anything, and if that's the case, you could easily use a little bit of brain power and make you a gun for your first-person shooter
without worrying about a 6-foot USB cable running in the pathway of your dog or your kids.
Again, they have wireless mouse. I used a wireless mouse for the longest time while playing when the original Halo came out. I was on a wireless mouse and keyboard. Hello, they exist. Do you not realize this?
Consoles can stream without tinkering with third-party apps.
Okay, so you have to get a third-party app. That's no big deal.
PC has a laundry list of settings that need to be tweaked and
No, they don't. There's a couple settings. You set your computer up so it's set to the rate of your internet. And in no time flat, you could be streaming to YouTube or Twitch.
modified to work with whatever array of hardware and settings you have on your PC.
There is no modifying. You set some initial basic settings, which take less than 5 minutes to do.
Or you can load up your console app on Twitch or YouTube and begin streaming in seconds. You can record your clips on...
And by the way, the very first time you do it is the last time you need to set it up. So you're streaming within seconds.
your console with the push of a button without having to preload programs or buy expensive capture cards at energy, arguing why PC gaming was running in the pathway. Or you can load up your console app on Twitch or YouTube and begin streaming in seconds. You can record your clips on your console with the push of a button.
A lot of PCs do that. As a matter of fact, my video card comes with a program that allows me to not only stream, but also with the press of a button, record clips to the hard drive. I do not use that program because I prefer Dextory and OBS, but they allow me, not only that, they allow me to record both my game audio and my voice on separate channels. So if I decide to edit a video in post-production, I can adjust volume levels so they are corrected
Without having to preload programs or buy expensive capture cards that hamper game.
Again, don't need to buy a video capture card unless you're streaming. As a matter of fact, last gen consoles, you had to buy a video capture card to stream them because Xbox 360 does not allow you to stream like that.
Performance. That's another thing. If you get some random thing loading or updating or just cranking on your PC's hard drive, your game can stutter, halt, or just crash because the PC always comes first.
No. Usually it's because of some game error, because a lot of the games I play are early access that causes that.
And the game lasts. Consoles don't get the blue screen of death. Then you'll do the...
No, they don't get the blue screen of death because the blue screen of death is a Windows PC only thing, you fucking retard. Consoles do lock up. They do fucking crash all the goddamn time.
Dance of troubleshooting, closing running instances.
Oh, that, and I've had the fun of, for 3 months, Left 4 Dead 2 on my Xbox. On a certain map, not only one map wouldn't load, it would lock the console up. Hey, the next map, it would chrome and inverse everything to where you could barely see what was going on in the game.
Control deleting and defragging your hard drive.
With an SSD, you don't need to defrag your hard drive, and I have yet to defrag this hard drive since I installed it. And that has been several months now, and you rarely have to do, and most maintenance on a PC can be scheduled to do it while you're not there.
Because you have malware or you spent too much time on console.
In other words, you use your computer for looking at porn, but you don't know how to set up a firewall properly. You do not know how to use an ad blocker, and you do not know how to use virus scanners. Because you are a retard.
Dix.com. All of this from a machine that will cost you a measly $400 over the course.
Yes, once again, you can build a computer for the same cost and get the same thing.
Course of 6 years. It will provide the same thing as PC gaming. Gaming. This is why I prefer.
No, you won't. Because gaming on a console has compare console to PC as far as graphic quality. PC wins time and time and time again.
For console gaming. I have a nice PC gaming rig. I have about 12 really good games for it. But when it's all said and done, I want to have my main gaming experience on console where everything's in one place.
Why are your 12 games not all in one place? They're all right there on the PC. Oh my god, you got to open up one app or another app. Well, hey, guess what? There's a lot of shit your console can't do that the PC can.
This is Colteastwood. Thanks for
Hey Cole, what happens when part of your PlayStation there breaks? What are you going to do? You got to go out and buy a whole new game to where the PC you can replace just the part that broke.
sticking around long enough to see the end of this video, and please subscribe. It helps motivate me to bring you more content.
Okay. Cole, your console will go out within 6 years. All the games you have for that console will not be transferred to the next generation. Except unless you buy them all over again. I have games, DOS games, thanks to GOG, that I can play on my PC, on my current Windows 10 beastie computer. Because it's a PC. Then you can run Linux and run your games on Linux. Okay, we're not talking apples here. So, I don't know what to tell you there, Cole. But enjoy yourself because, well, frankly, you're the moron of the day.
See you soon, and thanks again.
Go home! The video's over!
Wow. And you even need an extra producer to help you do your videos because you're such a fucking moron. Surprised you got the brain power to run that jackhammer. I swear, some people's children. Till next time.